good, very good. So, good evening, everyone. We'll be rounding off our Excel class today. And the topic we'll be treating today is pivot table. Pivot table. What can we do with pivot table? Why pivot table? The essence of this pivot table. What can it do for us? And all of that. That's what we are going to be treating today in Excel. How powerful it is. Why did Excel decided to include pivot table in this package, and what are the features? So pivot table are very useful and powerful features of Excel. They can be used to summarize, analyze, explore, and present data in a tabular form. They have very powerful features. They are very powerful features of Excel. Once you make use of your pivot table, it can help you to do a lot of things in Excel. All those accounts, sum if, count if, and all of that, you can get them in pivot table. In pivot table with few clicks. With few clicks, you can get your pivot table, and that's one. Then why do we have to make use of pivot table? Why pivot table? Excel provides an incredibly powerful tool called pivot table that makes it easy to tabulate and summarize data. Now you want to get the average, you want to get a lot of things, some insights from your data. You want to group your data. You want to do so many things. You can use pivot table. And pivot table is one of the key tools that a data analyst makes use of in Excel. So it is an important tool for data processing, and it is found in data visualization programs such as spreadsheets or business intelligence software. There are some features that come with pivot table that will help you in data visualization. Like this Excel we are using, so it's going to help us to build a data visualization, that it will help us to generate a pivot chart using this pivot table. Then Excel allows us to summarize data by writing thousands of formulas. If we have to do what we are doing in pivot table using Excel, we are going to start to write, we start by writing formulas. You know, Excel it's all about formulas. It's all about cell referencing and all of that. So pivot table, it's a tool that can make life easy. It makes life easy as a data analyst. It makes our life very easy. It can save us a lot of time. It can save us a lot of effort. And it gives us insight into the data that is otherwise too hard to discover. So it gives us insight. It saves us time and effort. It gives us insight into data that when you are merely looking at the data, you may find it too hard or difficult to discover some insight in it. Like the data we'll be working with today, it's I think the data is in hundreds of thousands of rows. So I will show us. Then a pivot table can instantly calculate and summarize data in a way that is both easy to read and manipulate. That's just the summary of pivot table. It can calculate and summarize data in such a way that it's very easy to read and manipulate. Okay, So let's just go straight into our data sets, and then I will tell us how to go about it. So this is a data set that we'll be using for our pivot table. This is the data set we'll be using for our pivot table. If we check the previous data set, this is like how many rows? We have just 108 rows. The data set that we use for our sum if, count if, VLOOKUP, and all of that. But the data set we'll be using today is this. It's about 113,000 rows, about 113,000 rows. So we'll be making use of this to generate a pivot table. Okay, the first thing is this. It is assumed that this data is clean. It is assumed that this data is clean. We are still going to check that. We did data cleaning in the other class. We are going to check whether the data is clean, whether data is complete, whether data is consistent, whether we don't have any duplicates in this data. So we are going to check all of that before we proceed by using this data set to generate a pivot table. That's one. Then two, you will check all the formats. We check the format and be very sure that in each of the column we have the appropriate data in a appropriate format. The data that we have in each and every one of the column, we want to check whether it is appropriate, whether it's in the right format. So we check all of that. So the first thing we need to do when we want to do a pivot table is this. You make sure that your data set is converted to a table. Like I told us, it's not all data sets that it's in table. Every data set that you see in Excel, that it is in table. Okay? How do you know whether your data set has been converted to a table, or how do you know whether you are dealing with a table? You are working on a table in an Excel. How do you know whether you are working whether you are working with a table? Okay. Now, like I told us, how do you convert this to a table? It's by using Control-T. That's the first one. Or you go under your Home tab and use Format as Table to convert this data set to a table. So before we move on, let's first of all check whether this. Okay, let's convert it to a table first. Let's convert it to a table first. Control-T. My table has header, then we give it, I will call this guy sales data, okay? I will just give it sales data. So I've converted it. So the name of the table, sales underscore data.
Sorry for the interruption.
Yes, sir.
It's like the data is not clean.
Don't worry, we'll work on it.
Okay.
Work on it. Okay, so let's just the first thing we check, let's check for the format. If you look at the date, if you look at our date, you see that it does not look like a proper date. It's in number. I mentioned this the other time. Yes. But before we go on, there are some things that you need to check to know whether I mentioned it the other time, to know whether your data set has been converted to a table or you're working on a table. Once you click within the table, you see data design, and it's going to tell you some of the features that come with your table. You see header row checked, you see banded rows checked, you see filter button. That's one of the things. Then you see the name of your table. You see the name of your table. That means you are within a converted data set to a table. You are working within a table. Okay,
hello, excuse me. Please,
Hello, I'm
before you
listening.
convert this, before you convert it to table, did you highlight everything to convert to table, or you just do it in control?
I didn't highlight it. I click within the table and I did Control T.
Okay.
Or you want me to take it back?
Yes, I don't mind.
Okay.
Okay. I think
You
I
can
get
see
that
it.
now. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yes,
I
yes,
click
I've
it
got it.
within, then I did Control T.
Thank you.
Okay, so let me just move on. And when you are giving your table a name, always make sure that once you key in the name, you click enter for that name to take effect. You click enter. If you do not click enter, it may not take effect. So I click enter. So the name has changed from table 4 to sales data. Okay. Then let's check this. This guy was talking about these dates. It's not in appropriate format. It's general. It's not giving us a date. So we have to change this column date. Since the title, the header is telling us that what you are supposed to have in that column supposed to be date, and it's supposed to be in.
David.
Yep.
So while trying to change the table name, I'm getting an error message which says the syntax of this name isn't correct.
Okay. How did you name your table?
I just went to that box that says table name, and I typed in sales data.
How did you type it? Your naming convention is very important. You don't have space. You don't have space within the name.
Okay.
I said it the other time. You don't have a space within the name. If you want to use two words, you join them together with underscore, or you use what we call camel casing. Probably you start with lowercase. Then by the time you want to write the second name, it's going to start with capital letter.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. Sorry. Thanks. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So
Please, I didn't see when you change the
your network it's not clear, but let me do. I think I have an idea what you're saying. You didn't see the way I click the table name, or how I got the table name, right?
Yes.
Okay. Once you did you get how I converted this data set to a table? Hello. Hello.
Hi, I'm here. I'm with you.
I'm not hearing you. Did you get how I converted this data set to this table, from that data set to this table?
Yes, the one you did Control T. I saw that.
So once you do Control T, you can see, you will be able to see this table design. Can you see this table design?
Let me
Can you see table design? So under table design, click table design. Then to the extreme left, you see table name.
Mine is showing me just design, not showing me table design.
Click on it. Click on it. Is the version you are using? Okay, you see table name to the extreme left. To the extreme left.
Yes.
So that table name in that box. So you can change that, edit that table 3 to name of your choice, to the name of your choice. Then when you change it, when you give it a name, a new name, remember to click enter. Remember to click enter, because if you do not click enter, the name won't take effect.
Okay, now I clicked enter. It's telling me not valid. Maybe
Probably
because of
it's your name. Yes. The same question the first person asked. Okay, so let's just move on.
Then, sir, from my side, When I do Control T, is freezing, it's not responding.
It's not supposed to freeze.
I'm surprised.
It's not supposed to freeze. So if you do Control T and it's not working, go to Home tab and
Okay.
use Format as Table.
Okay. It just this Control T that is the challenge. No, if it doesn't work again, I'll just go through the D and generate the table.
Okay.
All
So
right.
let's just format this column. The header is telling us that the data we are supposed to have in that column is supposed to be date. So let's just go and change it. You go, you can get this format under Home tab. And if you are not under Home tab, let me say something. Okay, let's just go under Home tab and select the right format. Select the right data format. So check it. We have general, we have number, currency, accounting, short date, long date. I will show us the difference between the two. No, let's first of all click short date. So this is the short date. You can see what the guy is giving us. This is the short date. Then let's click the long date. So the long date is going to give us in full the day, the full date, the day, the month, the number, the day, and the year. So it's giving us in full Tuesday, November 26, 2013. So it's going to give us full date. But I think we are good with short dates. We are good with short dates like this. So let's just have it like this. So that's the first thing. Then the next thing is, if you check, there's nothing like missing value. You don't have any missing value in there. There's nothing like missing value. So let's check for duplicates. Let's check for duplicates. So how do you get your duplicate? It's under data. Under data, remove duplicates. Remove duplicates. As you can see, the guy has highlighted all the headers. Has highlighted all the headers. So when we check, do we have any duplicates? 1,000 duplicates values found and removed. So those are the duplicates. So they've been removed. They've been removed. Now we've been able to remove our duplicate. So the data has been reduced to how many? 112,000. Initially,
Sorry,
we
sir,
had
I didn't get how you did that date.
the dates. Highlight the column of the dates and go under Home. Under Home, you have your there's this column beside before number format. Before conditional formatting. You see number. That box, it's a format. So you can change the format of your data from there. So then you select it and pick short dates. Can you see it? Hello?
No, I'm not seeing that though.
You're not seeing it. Where are you under? Go to Home tab.
Okay, Home tab. Okay.
Under Home tab, yes. You see it under Home tab.
Number.
Shortly after alignment.
Okay.
Shortly after alignment, so you see it. So just click the drop down arrow. You see general, number, currency, accounting, short dates, long dates, and all of that. Okay, so just click short dates.
Okay.
Good. Now we've been able to remove the duplicates. Now our data set is ready for it's ready for pivot.
Mr. Shagun. Hello.
Table. Now we can straight away. Oh, yes, please.
Please, can you take this, what is just done now? Can you just take it again? I mean, for the duplicate one. So remove duplicate. Can you again, please?
Can I remove the duplicate again?
Can you take it again? Yes. Can you, because I think I missed a step. Can you take it again?
We did this duplicate last week.
Oh,
You are not in class last week.
I was
Okay,
there, but
okay, okay. Don't worry. Let me just go back.
it's just
So
because
you-
the thing is this, yeah. I think what I'm using maybe is the old version of Excel. So what you are giving, what I'm seeing from yours is not what I'm seeing from mine. So that's the problem.
Okay, no problem, no problem.
It just
But
keep
you
giving
can
me
see, you can
different
have,
things.
you have data
Yes.
under data menu, right? Under data tab, you remove duplicates. Just click
It's
remove
not there.
duplicates.
It's not there. It's not there.
What do you
That's the
have
problem.
there? What do you have there?
1 minute. Let me go back. Let me check. It's not there. That's my problem. So data. Okay.
It
So
should
there's
be
nothing
there.
that says
It should be there.
But let us check the sign of this duplicate.
Yeah,
Like
it could be a sign.
Okay,
It
let
could
me
be
see
an
the
icon.
sign.
yes.
It could be an icon. So you see data tools is within that data tools.
Okay, so this is 2.
Did you see?
Mine
You see
doesn't
text
have
to
duplicate.
columns?
Mine
It should
doesn't
have
have
it. No, it will have. There's no how. It will have. If
Mine
you are
doesn't
using,
have the,
No, that column is not that sign is not there.
okay, what do you
June-
have? What do you have
June-
there?
I just
Mine
have
actually-
One after the other. Let's take it one after the other. What do you have there?
so it's saying file, get data, then text from CV, text from web, text from table range, recent source, existing connection, refresh all, queries and connection. These are things I have. Stocks, currency, stuff and filter. Those are things. Choose. There's nothing like remove or anything there.
Are you under the data tab?
Yeah. I'm there.
Really?
Yeah.
What
I
version?
think I was wrong.
What version of
It's
what
Office
version of
360 that I'm
Office?
using. 360.
365.
it should be there. It's
It should be there.
It's there.
It should be there.
No, it's
Yeah.
not there. Let me
It should be
stop it
there.
and send it to you then. It's not there.
Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. Just send it to
Let me
me.
stop it and send it to
Don't
you.
worry. Send it to me. Then we work we around it. Don't worry.
Okay.
So that we don't take everybody back.
All right, that's fine.
You
Sorry.
could have called my attention to this during the week, shortly after the class. But no problem. Let's just move on.
Okay.
I wanted to say
after removing that,
something. I wanted to say
Okay.
something. What I wanted to
Okay.
say, mine has it, but it's not highlighting. So I don't know how you did it for it to highlight.
click within the box. This is it. Did you get it? Click within the box.
Okay, just
Probably
one
you are
box.
not clicking. Probably you are not clicking within your table.
Oh, okay. Me, I
Maybe
was
you're not
actually highlighting everything.
So just click within, then you click the remove duplicates. Then definitely it must work, because that's the essence of the guy being there. If the guy is not working, then there's no point. Okay. Can we proceed? All right. Thank you. Now, as I was saying, we can skip steps. You can skip steps instead of having our pivot table first before our pivot chart. We can have the two of them at the same time. The two of them at the same time, and I'm going to show us. So under your table design or design, like somebody said that it's not table design that it has on its own, it has a just a design. Under table design, as I have it here, you can see summarize with pivot table. Summarize with pivot table. That's one way. Then another way is go to insert and you see pivot table. You see pivot table. That's the second way. The third way is highlight all your table. When you highlight all your table, click Control Q. When you click Control Q, you have this dialog box coming out. Formatting, charts, totals, tables, spark lines. Okay? Like the question I gave us the other time. that has to do with count, sum if and all that, we can use this part to sum it, to get solution to that. I think one of us did that. One of us used pivot table to solve the problem of sum if, count if, and all of that. Okay, now, hello.
Sorry, the shortcut, please.
The shortcut, once you highlight the old table, your table, then you do Control Q. Control Q means quick analysis.
Okay.
Control
Thank
Q.
you, sir.
My own Control Q is closing the.
You can't close it.
It's closed. I have to start up the.
Highlighting the whole table.
Just hold on. This is it. When you want to highlight your table with the header, click any of the headers. Click any of the headers. Then you do Control A. Then it's going to highlight all of them. Okay. As you can see, mine now, it's been highlighted. The whole table has been highlighted. Then you can now do your Control Q. You see. Then it's going to give you the dialog box, formatting, charts, totals, tables, spark lines. Okay. So if Control
in reverse.
You said?
My own work in reverse.
In reverse. But at least
If
you
I
can.
highlight the yes, if I highlight the whole table, it will not.
Mine is still closing.
Okay.
But if I remove,
just click within the table. So if you just click within the table, so let's do the one. Let's just click within the table and do Control Q. You can see it's the same thing. It's going to highlight it, and then. So for the person that says when he or she highlights the old table and do Control Q is closing. So just click within your table and do Control Q. Then it will highlight it and bring the box for you, the dialog box for quick analysis. Okay. Are we good? Okay, beautiful. So let me just move on. Let me move on. I will first of all do the shortcuts. I'll first of all do the shortcuts.
Sorry, Delu.
I'm listening. I'm with you. Hello. Hello. Gift, you wanted to say something?
Mine is not working. It's not working. Maybe it's because
What
of
happened?
an older version.
What happened? Why is it not
The
working?
Control Q is not working. I've done the one you said I should just click within the table and do.
So Control Q is not
just
working for you.
It's not working.
Okay, no problem. If Control Q is not working for you, like I showed you, like I told you since the beginning of this class, Excel will not put you in a box. It will always give you more than one ways of getting things done. So if Control Q is not working, it's not, you don't worry. You have other ways of getting it done. Okay. Okay, let's go. If Control key is not working for you, you go to Insert and you see Pivot Table. Okay, you have Pivot Table there. You have Pivot Chart. So I want us to start from Pivot Chart first. Then we now come back to Pivot Table. So when you create your Pivot Chart, the chart, okay, let me put it this way. The chart cannot be created without, first of all, creating Pivot Table first. So the Pivot Table and Pivot Charts will be created, but they'll be empty. They'll be created at the same time and they'll be empty. So let's do this first. Then we now go back to creating a Pivot Table and using that Pivot Table to generate a Pivot Chart. Okay, so this dialog box is coming up while we want to create, while creating a Pivot chart. It says, choose the data that you want to analyze. Choose the data that you want to analyze. And the guy is very smart. It has picked the name of a table and it has highlighted the whole of the table. That means he understands that the table we are working on, it's what we want to use to create both the pivot table and pivot chart. Okay, then peradventure you have the data you want to use elsewhere, and it's not the table that you open that you want to make use of. Then you can see use an external data source. Use an external data source. So you just click it and go and select wherever the guy is. Okay, well, this is the data we want to make use of. Okay, that's that part. Then we have choose where you want the pivot chart to be placed. The guy has selected new worksheet, existing worksheet.
Sorry. I got kicked out. And I just got back in. I'm sorry. Is there a way you could move? Yeah, I just got back in.
Don't worry, you get it back. We are coming back there. We are going to do this all over again. Don't worry. So,
all right.
So the guy has selected the table or the range, has selected a table name. Then if you have your data set elsewhere, if you are not using this table, then you can select this use an external data source. Then you select, you choose the connection, or you go and look for your table somewhere. If you have it there, then you select it. Okay, that's that. Then the guy is asking us, where do you want to, choose where you want the pivot chart to be placed. New worksheets, existing worksheet. Now, it is very good for us. It's a good practice. If you put your pivot table and pivot chart in a new worksheet, aside from the sheets that holds your data set, because if you have your pivot table or your pivot charts on the same worksheet that you have your data set, it's going to be cumbersome, kind of. It's going to be jam-packed altogether. But if you have it in a new worksheet, it's a good practice. Have it in a new worksheet, then you can always say, okay, then it's going to be clean and clear. So there won't be, you are moving from one side to the other and other and other. So what we just do is you just click okay. So, but if your data set is not so large, and you just want to say, okay, let me even see what it's going to look like if I have my data set beside my if I have my pivot chart or my pivot table beside my data set, then you click existing worksheets and you select where you want it placed. So you just move on, you move to the side and you select anywhere you want it. Okay? But it's a good practice, like I told us, that we have our pivot charts and our pivot table in a new worksheet. So then I select okay. Okay, sorry, I've picked the choose connection. So just have okay. And boom, the guy has created a pivot table and a chart for us. So why did this guy create a blank pivot table and a blank chart for us? It's because I did not ask this guy to create a pivot table first. I asked this guy to create a pivot chart. And a pivot chart cannot be created without the help of a pivot table. Okay, so let me give our pivot table a name. You can see the name of the pivot table. It is pivot 2, pivot table 2. Okay, let's just leave it like that. Let's leave it like that as pivot table 2. Now, the moment I click outside the pivot table, you see that something that was here has disappeared. what we have there is pivot table fields. That's what we have here. Okay. Once I click outside the chart and outside the pivot table, the guy disappears. And another thing that can make this guy to disappear is because probably you mistakenly close it. Maybe you mistakenly close it. You can see that the guy is no more showing. So how do you get it back? How do you get it back? Go under your pivot table, analyze, and you click field list. Can you see the field list? Let me close it again. So for instance, let's assume that you mistakenly close your field list. Maybe you are trying to look for more space and you forgot that you may need it, or at initial stage you don't know the function of that guy. So you mistakenly close it. So how do you bring it up? How do you bring it up back? So just click within your pivot table, then click field list. Then the guy comes up again. Now we want to generate a pivot chart using a pivot table. So we have product category, the field list. Under the field list had the pivot table field list had picked all the columns of our data sets. All the columns of our data sets. If you look at it, we have dates, customer ID, customer age, customer gender, till revenue. We have how many columns? We have 15 columns. So if you check the guy, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have 15. So the guy had picked all the columns. Okay. Now let's just look at let's look at the product, the revenue, and the profit. Product, revenue, and the profit. Product, revenue, and profit. Can you see? Can you see what the guy did? This is our pivot chart, and this is our pivot table. Hello? Okay, probably I should, this stuff is long. Let me pick product category. Okay, yes. I think product subcategory, or let me see. Okay, I think subcategory is better. Can you see the magic that this guy had performed? In just few clicks, the guy had created a pivot table, and at the same time, the guy had created a pivot chart. Hello.
Yes, sir, we are with you.
Okay, beautiful. So this guy had created both the pivot chart and the pivot table. You have the sum of revenue for all this subcategory of our products. We have the sum of products of all of them, and the guy had given us a beautiful chart. Now, this guy doesn't have we can format this our chart. We can format it by giving it a title. When you click this plus sign, you click chart title, and you can say revenue, profits, and or probably we do it the other way around. Product category, sub category, revenue, and profit. Okay, Then some of us may not like this grid line. We can remove the grid line by uncheck it. Now, further, what else can we do with this guy? We can filter it. We can filter it. So from subcategory, let's filter and like, okay, we don't want to see all of them because they look so tiny. So let's just pick few ones. Let's pick few ones. So you can see it. You can see it. We have, and as we filter the charts, it affects the pivot table. As we filter the charts, it affects the pivot table. So let me cancel, let me clear the filter. And at the same time, we can do something here. We can, let me see, I think we should be able to sort it. If you can't do sorting on the chart, we should be able to do sorting here. Let me just try it here. Okay, you can do sorting from smallest to largest, and you can see the moment we sort our pivot table, it affects the chart. Then let's take it back to largest to smallest. You can see. Hello.
Yes, I'm with you.
Beautiful. Now, you've been able to create this. Does anybody have question on this?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
When I'm trying to create the pivot table,
Okay.
the
Gift,
name
right?
is bringing out. Yes. The name is bringing out is it's not bringing out the sales data. It's the
Okay.
name that is coming out is data pivot $A column and $O.
What name did you give to your table, to your data set?
Yes.
Did you convert it?
Sales
did you-
underscore data.
Are you sure that's what you gave it?
Yes.
Can you go back and check the name?
I've checked it severally. That's all.
You've checked it severally.
Yeah.
Diolu,
Yes, I'm listening.
What is causing it, because I think I also got that problem. I think if you select the whole table before doing that, that's what it should bring out. It will not bring out the name of the table. You understand?
If you select the old table,
Hello.
I'm hearing you. If you select the old table,
Yes, if you select the whole table, then
okay,
before clicking that
pivot charts.
bring out that error she's talking about.
Yes, I think he's right. I think he's
Okay.
right. I just
Also,
did what he just told me now.
So
Yes.
do it the other way around.
Yes, I just did it now. It brought out
I
the
think
sales
is
underscore data.
the version of what you are.
Yes, so there is no version. If you select the whole table before clicking that pivot chart, it will bring down
Yes.
those dollars.
Yes.
Okay.
If you just select one space before clicking it will give you the actual.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you for that observation. All right. Does anyone have a question aside from that? Yes.
But there was something I missed out in your listing. This one you just did now. How you named those guys.
The chart.
Yes, I'm saying I didn't get how you named the
chart.
pivot, this thing, that subcategory you placed on the chart.
Okay. Don't worry. Let me just take that back. Is
revenue and profit. I saw when you wanted to click that plus.
Okay. Let me just go back. Okay. We have our pivot chart fields here. We have our pivot chart fields here. And this guy,
that's just like the name of the chart itself. Yes.
can I move on? So let me just take it again, please. We have our pivot chart fields, and that's where you have all your columns. That's where you have all your columns, all the columns from your data set. So let me uncheck all of them, all the stuff that we
Sorry, if you mistakenly close this pivot table field, how are you going to get it back?
Okay, I mentioned it the other time. So if you mistakenly close it, you see click on pivot design, pivot table analyze. Pivot table analyze. When you click pivot table analyze, you see field list. Field list, just click it, then it will bring it up. Okay, beautiful. So like we said earlier, let's just pick few of them. We want subcategory, the revenue, and the profit. Okay, subcategory, revenue, and profit. Did you get that now? Hello?
Hello, Mr. Shegun.
Yes, please.
I got the table, but I can't get the chart.
That means you.
Yes.
Is that something I missed?
I think I have the same experience. I have the chart, but I can't have I have the table, but I wasn't able to generate the chart.
So what did you click when you are working on the chart?
Okay, I clicked on insert pivot.
I didn't click pivot. I clicked pivot chart.
Oh, okay.
I click pivot chart. We are coming back to the part of you create pivot table first. Then from there, you can now, I said it that let's first of all use the shortcut, then we now come back.
Okay, pivot chart, and I can see.
So just click pivot chart, select your table, then it's going to create blank pivot table for you and blank pivot chart. Because you cannot create a pivot chart without pivot table.
Okay, yeah.
Good.
Okay, thank you very much.
Sorry, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and my own challenge.
Yes, sir.
With this chart,
Oh,
doing something like this, but I always have problem copying it. What was the best way to move this?
Don't worry, we are coming there. You know what we are going to do? We are rounding up this guy. We are building a dashboard.
Okay.
We are building an interactive dashboard.
Okay.
While that's and we are using all our charts to build a dashboard. Don't worry, we may not close 10 this evening. It may extend a bit, depending on number of questions we have.
Okay, no problem.
Yes. Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so now let me name this sheet pivots _ chart. We have pivot table. Let me name it pivot T _ chart, so that we know that we have a pivot table and pivot chart together. Okay, so now let's go back to our table. Let's go back to our data, original data set, and now start by creating a pivot table first. We create a pivot table first, then we now use the pivot table to create pivot charts. Okay, now, like I told us, you can do Control Q and you have this, or for some of us that are saying Control Q is not working for them, you can go under Insert and you have your pivot chart. Now, I told us Excel will always give us more than one way of getting things done, right? Under table design, you have summarize with pivot table. You can see summarize with pivot table. When you click this guy will create a blank pivot table for you, to create a blank pivot table. But I want us to make use of a feature in Excel on that pivot table that can recommend some things for us, that can recommend some of the pivot tables that we can create without you having to start to crack your head. So let's just go under Insert. When we are under Insert, you can see recommended pivot tables. Recommended pivot tables. Sorry, a moment, please. So recommended pivot tables. So when you click recommended pivot tables, you can see it will suggest some of the pivot tables based on the column of your data set. The first one is sum of profit by country, sum of revenue by state, sum of profit by state, sum of revenue, profits, sum of customers by depending on, I think I couldn't see the, okay, sum of customer ID by country. Then the next one is sum of profit by category products. So we have so many of them. We have so many of them. So I will just pick one. I will just pick sum of profit by country. Let's see how much profit we're able to make based on the country. We have how many countries? Australia, Canada, France, Germany, United Kingdom, and United States, 6 of them. So let's pick sum of profits by those countries. So you click OK, and the guy will create it for you. You can see your pivot field. So I will change this side to country. Now, by doing this, we can as well add subcategory. Can have subcategory so that you have an idea of what and what each of the country, what they bought. Okay, that's that. Then another thing is this. I need to say this before we move on. Let me explain what these guys, what they do. We have pivot table fields. These are pivot table fields, that is all the columns on our table. Then we have these 4 boxes, filters, columns, rows, and values. If you notice something, anytime you click anything from here, it's automatically getting into all those boxes. It's automatically getting into all those boxes. It's fixing it by itself. It's generating it by itself. Now, let's assume that you want to do it yourself. You don't want this guy to do it for you automatically. You have an idea of what you want. So you can test run it. And one thing is this: anything that has to do with numerical values, anything that has numerical value, we always come inside these values. You can see this sigma values. That's anything that has to do with values. ID, number, the profit, revenue, sales records, and all of that. They will always come under this value. Okay, so let me do customer gender. Let me bring it under column. You can see the way it is. So let me see the country. You can see them. The country, let me see the profits generated by them. Let me see the revenue. Now, let's assume that you don't want your customer gender to be on that column. So you drag it on that row. See the way it's going to look like, or see how it's going to look like. Can you see how it's looking like? And at the same time, you can do what you can filter it. Okay, we have it gender, the gender. So what and what do they buy? So let me filter what they bought. So you can do product category by putting it under filter. So by default, it's going to select everything. So you can now say, okay, we have bikes, we have accessories, we have clothing. So let's check the clothing. So these are the profits generated by clothing. These are the revenue, sum of revenue generated by clothing by country. Then we can select multiple by checking this box. We check this box and we say, okay, I've selected clothing and accessories. You can see. So let me just select all. So that's how to generate a pivot table ourselves. So let's now go back to what we did the other time. Now here we can generate what comes in by state, by country, the revenue, the products. We can mix all of them together. Okay, let's pick our country. Then the subcategory. Oh, that's way too long. Then the revenue, the sum of profits. So we've summarized this guy by having the country, the revenue, the profits. But if you look at under the country, we have what subcategory that each one of them, you can see that each one of them, what and what they bought. Can we all see it? Then using this, we can use this to generate our pivot charts. These are pivot table. We can use it to generate a pivot chart. So just click pivot chart under pivot table analyze. Some may not see pivot table analyze. Some may just see analyze, depending on the version you are using. It's either you see pivot table analyze or you just see analyze. So you click pivot chart. Then you can select clustered column, because you have more than one items. Now, I'm trying to filter it, trying to filter the subcategory. Then likewise, you can filter the countries too. Let's say, okay, Canada and Germany, what did they buy? So just have the two of them there. Then you can filter what they bought. So, okay, let me just do it like this. See, that's it. And clear the filter. I'll clear the filter of this guy too. So the first one we did, we collapsed or we skipped steps. We skipped steps. And the guy gave us the two of them at the same time. The two of them at the same time. So if you are going to do this using Excel, if you are going to get all this, we write thousands of thousands of formula. Hello. So this guy omitted the title. So let me just give you the title. To give you the title, you click this plus sign and you see all this. So I want to remove the grid line. Or the lines across is what is called grid line. So I want to remove it. Then give it a title, chart title. Then we call this revenue and profits by country. Hello. Does anybody have question or issue having this? Hello.
We are with you.
Does anyone have issue? No issue. Beautiful. Now, I want to take it a bit further by introducing us to what is called dashboard. Dashboard is bringing multiple charts, bringing them together and making them to interact, to talk to each other with the help of what is called a slicer. With the help of what is called slicer. Slicer is almost the same thing like filter. This is our filter. This guy is a filter. This is a filter. This drop down menu or drop down arrow, it's a filter. If you see it anywhere, it's a filter. You can use it to filter. So slicer does the same thing. It's just that slicer is dynamic in its filtering, while filter is static. Filter can work on one and only one chart or one and only one table. You cannot use filter to talk to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 charts. But filter can do that. Filter can help you to talk to more than one chart at the same time. And we are going to see it in a moment. Hello? Are we all on the same page?
Yes, we are waiting.
I guess I have to watch the video later.
Okay, what's the issue? What's the issue? What's the
No,
issue?
we don't want to drag you too back. Let's
We don't want to.
let us
continue.
Yes.
No. Let me hear you.
No, we
Okay. You go back to the video.
let's roll. Then
Let's go. Let's roll. Okay, beautiful. So okay, that's cool. What's the title of this guy? The name of this pivot table is pivot table 5. Let me give it another name. Let me just leave it as pivot table 5 because we are going to need all of them. Now I will just create like maybe 4 or 5 charts, then use all of that to do a dashboard, to create a dashboard. So I'll be a little bit fast, so I won't have to we've gotten the profit, and the first one we got was the profit and the revenue by the country. So let's look for another one. I don't want to do states. I think states it's a bit lengthy. Don't want to do states. Okay, let me just give me a pivot table. Just give me a new pivot table and do. We have revenue. Okay, let me do dates, revenue, and product and profits. Okay, we have, this is our date, or let's just call it. That gave us a date. Okay, I'm coming. Okay, just dates. Let me just call it dates. Okay, we have quarter. Beautiful. So let's just leave it as quarter. Quarter. Oh, this is lovely. This is. Okay. Now we want to use this data, this pivot table for pivot chart. Now, what we are trying to do now is we are trying to do what is called trend. We want to get the trend for the revenue and product and profits. The movement, that's a trend. The movement, how the guy moves. Is it moving in increasing direction, or it's decreasing? Is it moving upward or downward? So we use what is called line charts. We use what is called line charts to do trend. So see what this guy gave us. Because we used quarter. So if we should extend it a bit further using months, I'm sure people will be looking, what's this? But if we should use months, our charts, the labeling will be a little bit cumbersome. So let's just leave it as a quarter. Let's leave it as quarter, please. All this stuff we are doing, we are still going to do all of them in what is it called? In Power BI. We are going to do all of this in Power BI. So beautiful. We've been able to get our trend. So let me remove. I don't like grid line. Okay, thank you. I don't want to. Don't worry. Just stay there. Then the chart title. This is, can call it revenue and profit trend. So that's that. What's the name of this guy? Okay, I'll call this guy pivot 8.
So apologies, how did you generate the trend? Sorry.
But you said you are going to watch the video.
No, I didn't say so.
Okay. The thing is this. You understand how I created my pivot table?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. So once you create your pivot table, you click on your pivot chart.
Okay.
But I selected line charts.
Okay.
I picked line charts.
Okay.
So I picked line charts. So that's
that
why.
Becomes a pivot
yes,
chart.
Yes, pivot charts. Yes,
okay.
Pivot charts.
Right.
Yes.
Thank
so
you.
let me do another one. I think we have how many now? 1, 2. Okay, we can make use of the 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3. So let's just get one more. Let's get one more so that we can quickly have our. Okay, we can do. Okay, don't worry. We can do empty pivot charts and get the products by country. The product category by country. Okay, let me see. Product is many, it's too many. Let's say subcategory. Product category. Let me check. I think product category, it's a bit better. Then we can try and check the quantity, and then okay, the quantity. What else? What else? We've gotten profit. We've gotten the yes. Let's get the year. Okay, let's get the year. Yeah, where's the year? Yeah. I'm coming. Okay. Let's just leave it like that, and let's see what this guy will give us. Okay. So our pivot chart. So we pick a clustered pivot chart. Sorry, a clustered column. So let's just we have this stuff is a little bit cumbersome. I'm going to turn off the legend. Then remove the grid lines. I think because of what I selected, we have too many things there. Probably let me just check out maybe other dates, other quantity. No. That's the main thing. So let me check out the years. Okay, I think it's a bit better now. It's a bit better now. So we have the country against subcategory, what and what they picked using their quantity. So let me just give it a title. Okay, the title is there. So let me just change it from total to country, and country and subcategory product, product category, country and products. Okay, beautiful. So what's the name of this guy? It's pivot table 10. Good. So we have how many charts altogether? 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. So now let's create our dashboard using this. So when you want to create your dashboard, this is what you do. You select the whole spreadsheet. You select the whole spreadsheet. Then you go to your fill color. You can pick any color of your choice. Okay, I picked white. So let me give this guy a title. I will just say
sorry, excuse me, sir. This is a new sheet.
A new sheet, yes.
Okay.
A new sheet, yes. It's a new sheet. Let me call it dashboard. So sales report from how many, let's data stuff. Let me check the dates. I think we have 2001, 2016. Sales reports from 2001 to 2000 no, is it up to 2001, 2016? I think, let me check properly. Sorry, 2011. Okay, so we can increase the font size. Can bold it, and you can change the color. So that's that. So the first thing you do is you bring in your chart. You bring in your chart. So I want to first of all bring this guy. So when you click it, you just copy. You copy, Control C, and drop it here. Okay. Then
it's like I can't even see what you're doing.
you can't see what I did. I didn't do anything that it's okay. Don't worry, don't worry. Let me quickly copy this. It's the same thing we've been doing that I did. We only created the chart and I copied. I copied the first one. So which one is this? I think I just copied this. Okay. Let me copy this guy too. This guy too is big. Can reduce it. I'm going to show that stuff. I'm trying to reduce it so that we can see the screen when I'm trying to work on it. That's right. So that all of them can communicate. Okay, the next one, which one is I've copied that. So let me copy this too. Let me just leave it here like this.
What I'm asking is it the blank space, the blank page I'm seeing? I'm only seeing 2001 to 201. Is that what is on your screen?
2001 to
201.
which one is that?
I don't know. That's what I'm seeing on my screen here. That's what I'm asking.
Maybe your network. Is everybody seeing 2001 or something on their screen? What do you see now?
2011, 2016.
2011, 2016.
And that's what I typed. I said sales report from 2011 to 2016.
My own is 2001 to 201.
No. It's maybe your network is delayed or something.
Yes.
I typed 2011 to 2016. Does any other person see something different?
2011, 2016, yeah.
2011, 2016.
Yeah.
Maybe your network is a bit delayed. So let me just bring this guy up a bit. Okay, now good, beautiful. So now we just brought in all our charts. At times you can have more than this. You can have more than, just because of our time. That's why I quickly made just 4 charts just to display, to create a dashboard. You can have as many charts as you want by mixing all those columns together. Dates and dates and country plus the product they brought and all of that. We can do the trend of like I match these two together. We can have the trend of revenue alone separately and the profit trend separately. I just decided that let's bring them together. Let's bring them together. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to do, okay, I think it's a bit, trying to align it to the center. Now, the next thing we need to do now is, if we look at this trend, you can filter it. You can filter it and say, okay, I just want 2013 and 2016 to show. You see that the filter only affects this chart. Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
can we all see it?
Yes.
The filter will only affect just one chart. It does not affect other charts. We only affect just one chart.
Why is it
And
so?
not because filter is static. The filter, we only work on one chart at a time.
Okay. Okay.
That's the way it's built. Likewise, this one too. You can see.
Okay.
So the filter, we only work on just one chart at a time. And
So which one is dynamic?
slicer. And that's what I'm bringing in now, slicer. So you go to insert and you click slicer. This is a slicer. Now, the slicer as well will pick all the columns of our table. These are all the columns, but you can only pick few of them to interact with your charts. So let's pick the year, the quarter, the country, the gender. Pick 4. So I've selected 4. So that means what I'm saying invariably is I want 4 slicers. I want 4 slicers. So the moment I click OK, it's going to generate 4 slicers for me. You can see 4 slicer, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'll work on this a bit. Okay, sorry. So the moment I click this guy, I want to rearrange it. So I can just say, I want to increase the volume, the column to 2. So that I can have 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016. Let me just hold on. I need to work on this slicer settings. Item with no data. Okay, beautiful. Now, this is 1 for the years, then this is 1 for the quarter. So we have just 4 quarters. So let me make it 2 columns. So what I'm trying to do is this. I'm trying to hide, if you look at some of those icons in the slicer, they are faint. That means there is no data for them. There's no record for them. So that's why I'm trying to check them out. I'm like, hide items with no data under the slicer settings. So this is the quarter, this is the year, and this is the country. Let's leave the country here. If I should make this one 2 columns, some of them will be hidden. So let's leave it as 1 column. Then we have gender. Just make gender 2 columns so that we have it very small like this. Okay, we should have it like this. Depending on I don't like it like this.
It can be anywhere.
Yes, definitely, sure. It can be anywhere. Can be anywhere. Can be anywhere. Okay, good. Now, the first thing we need to do is this. if you click on any of this, you see that it's only working on this guy. You can see it's only working on the first one. So you have to do the settings further. You can see it's only because, why is that so? It's because it was this chart I selected why I called for my slicers. It was revenue and profit trend that I selected why I call for my slicer. So now I'll have to do the settings again by right-clicking on each and every one of the slicer. Okay, when you right-click on it, then you go to report connections. Report connections. Report connections. So the report connections will show you all the pivot table that you have. All the pivot table that you have. So you just select them and you click OK. So if you look at this guy, if I select this guy is interacting with, you can see it's interacting with all of them. Okay, let me just reduce the screen. Did you notice that the guy is interacting with all of them? Okay, I've done that. So let me work on the year. Report connections. You can see you check, you select all your charts. So I'll do the same thing for quarters. Report connections. Select all the charts. For gender, report connections, select all the charts. So let me just save this. Now, let me just reduce this so that we can see all the charts. Or probably I should bring this by the side like this so that you can see it.
Better.
Okay, now, the moment I select Australia, I select 2001, select first quarter, I select female. Can we see that it affected all of them? Hello?
Hello, we are paying attention. We are not responding again because it's becoming complex. We are not responding again because it's
We are
becoming
paying
complex.
attention.
This is the beauty of dashboard.
Okay.
For them to interact. The interactivity of them is the beauty. Because if you are to use filter can only talk to one chart at a time. Hello?
Yeah.
Do we have any question? Or you want to go and watch the video first?
So let it interact
Then-
again. Click
Again, we
again,
should
let's
watch-
see the interaction.
Oh, we turn off.
Okay, let me pick. Okay, now let me pick more than one state. If you want to pick if you want to select more than one, so you click this icon, multi-select. You click it. Once you click it, you can pick more than one. You can make more than one selection. You can see. Then click this guy. I want 2011, 2015, 2014. You can see. Then I want first quarter. Sorry, let me do it for first quarter and last quarter.
It's like
Or even
sorry, this
okay,
one
sorry.
is not.
Don't worry. Hold
Okay.
on. Okay, I've selected second and third quarter. You can see that it's affecting it. Are you taking notes?
What I noticed is
Okay.
it's not affecting when you were before this other one that you did now.
Okay.
Initial interaction was not affecting revenue and profit by country.
Okay, revenue and profit by country.
Yes,
Okay, let me check. Let me check. I didn't take note of that. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think I can.
Maybe it was not connected.
Okay. Let me check it again. Let me check the settings of this slicer again. Reports, connections. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can only see 3. I can only see 3 charts here.
Yes.
I can only see 3 charts. Okay, instead of 4. So let me go back. What happened? Okay, this is it, Abi.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me create it again. Let me just create it again. Let me create it again and do it elsewhere. Insert pivot charts. Okay, just give me empty pivot charts. Sorry, pivot table, I mean. So country. So what we wanted is okay. Revenue and country, right? This is it now,
Yes.
right? Good. So let's just use this to generate our pivot charts. This guy is giving, this guy is giving us something else. Oh, sorry, I picked line charts. Okay, then we can change it. Where is that? Change this guy to this, which is this. So we can move this guy, chart title. This is revenue
And profit by country.
and profits by country. So what's the name of this chart? Okay, pivot table 13. So let me just give it pivot table 13. So
you can
let me
give it a name.
Yes, you can give it a name, yes.
Okay. All right.
So this is the guy. I'm going to remove this guy and put the new one there, which is this. So what I will do is I will go and look for the guy here. Oh, it's not there too. It's not here. What happened? Why is it not reflecting? It's supposed to reflect. What will have gone wrong? What did I do wrong?
Is it that it's because subcategory revenue and the profit are the same? I don't know. I'm just
No. It's not because of that. It's not because of that. Supposed to pick all of them. All of them. Supposed to pick all of them. I'm coming. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? This is what I'm going to do. I will use Okay, we didn't pick this. We did pick this. Okay, this is a subcategory. Did it pick subcategory from
Yes,
our?
he did. Yes, he
It
did.
picks subcategory. Okay, it's
Yes.
picking subcategory. Okay, so let me come under subcategory, which is this. So I'm going to use this guy. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy this guy. I will use it to create another. I'm just trying to troubleshoot so that we look at. Okay, so use this to create our chart. Pivot table 14. Okay, let me just copy this guy and take it in here. Just a moment, please. Because the way the slicer sees everything is in the same way. It's the same way they're supposed to see the new one. Okay. You can see now we have 4 charts here. Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello.
Yes, sir. Okay.
You can see that it has automatically updated it.
Yes.
So now let's see the effect. You can see it's affecting it.
Yes.
So why I did that was I didn't want to start to troubleshoot because of our time. So at times, if you have similar challenge, you can have all your charts on a page and you start to pick them one by one. So by doing such a thing, you'll be able to figure out which one is not working, which one is working. So if any one of them is working, you can copy the pivot table, you edit it to create another pivot table to generate pivot charts for that one. Okay. Okay, so let's check again. I want to select multiple countries: Australia, France, and the United Kingdom. Then for the year 2011, okay, let me select multiple years here too. 2011, 2012, 2016. So we can see then the quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 4. Then the gender for just female. You can see that all of them are interacting. Okay. Any question before I stop the recording, or I should just stop the recording and take the question? Okay, let me stop.